This is Rhubarb and Strawberry Crisp. Tart rhubarb, sweet strawberries, and a buttery oat topping.
Sweet and tart, just like me.
Let's get this beauty in the oven. Come on. Half pound of fresh strawberries, which I have hulled and quartered. This is about 2 cups, 225 grams. To that, I am going to add 450 grams of rhubarb stalks. These have been cut into half-inch pieces. Half a cup granulated sugar. 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Toss your fruit together to coat. I could have used a bigger bowl. Once coated, set aside. For your topping, here I have 95 grams of plain flour. Half a cup of packed light brown sugar. 2 tablespoons granulated sugar. 1/4 teaspoon salt. Whisk these together until nicely combined. Break up that brown sugar. I find the spatula very useful at breaking down that sugar. You can do all of this in a food processor, but today I'm just going to do it by hand. I want to show you how easy this is. No special equipment needed. That is good enough. To that, I'm going to add some unsalted butter. This is 6 tablespoons, about 85 grams. I've cut it up into small cubes and I have refrigerated it after cutting it up. I'm going to use a pastry cutter to cut this into our flour mixture. You can, like I said, use a food processor, and this makes it easier. But to be honest, I don't want to drag a food processor out and have to wash up all that stuff again. So keep going until you have crumbs, some of them the size of peas and smaller.
Crisps are relatively modern. First printed in America in 1924 during that golden age of simple baking. And the rhubarb, ancient darling. Used medicinally since Greek and Chinese times, finally finding a sweet match with sugar in 18th century England. So, here's to a bit of rebellion in your oven. Sweet meets tart. History meets honey, right here in your bowl.
That's good. That took all of 90 seconds to get to that stage. Now let's add 75 grams, and these are old-fashioned oats, and 60 grams of chopped pecans. Mix those in, and that is our topping. Let's bring these two beauties together. I'm using a deep pie dish. It's about 2 inches deep. If your dish is not that deep, when you put it in the oven, put it on a baking tray so that any juices that might spill over will get caught and not end up in the bottom of your oven. No need to grease this dish. In go the strawberries and the rhubarb. And get all the juice. That is quite full. Note here, do not be tempted to add any more strawberries to this because they hold a lot of liquid and will break down. And then you'll end up with a soupy mess. And now just add the top. There is no need to press down on this topping. Just spread it around right to the very edge. And there you go. This is ready for the oven. Okay, Kathy, take it away.
Whatever. Bake in a preheated oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 75 degrees Celsius, upper center shelf for 45 to 55 minutes until golden and bubbly all over. Just like me.
And there she is, bubbling all over. And it smells incredible. Beautiful golden brown on top. We're going to have to let this sit here for about 20 minutes. And then we'll dig into it. Just enough time to make a cup of tea. The smell of strawberries and rhubarb together is absolutely delicious. All right, I'm going in. And I'm not going to be shy. Wow. And since it is steaming warm, I am going to have it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Oh yes. How simple was that? Beautiful sweet strawberries, tart rhubarb, match made in heaven. Nothing left to do but try it. With ice cream. Oh my God. That topping. buttery, tangy, nutty, dangerously Moorish. Don't make this unless you're willing to share. Or not, I won't judge.
Yum! Rhubarb and Strawberry Crisp. If you enjoyed this, like, comment and subscribe. Well, wait, go on. Thank you, lovies.
Summer is here. Finally. Thanks for hanging out with me. You know what to do. And until next time, mind yourself. Bye. Make this simple, delicious.
Cheerio.